A lot of us have made really beautiful crochet projects, but then when the time comes, we don't ever actually put them on and go outside of the house. So today I'd like to talk to you about 10 tips I have for feeling more comfortable in your crochet. If that's something you want to do, please stick around. We've all been here. We have put a lot of our time, effort, and money into making a beautiful crochet project. But when the time comes to actually leave the house, we never actually put it on and wear it out. It might just be sitting in a pile of our finished objects. And what a shame is that? If you'd like more confidence wearing your crochet projects, I have got 10 tips for you. Putting something on that you've made really opens yourself, and it may feel like you're opening yourself up to criticism, or maybe you just don't want the added attention. So in these 10 tips for feeling more confident in your crochet, I'm going to start out with the easiest one, and that is to start wearing your crochet in the fall or winter time. Depending on where you live as well, this will make a difference. For me, I can easily start here in the fall and be totally comfortable and not sweating. So the fall and winter is a great time to really ease into those crochet projects out in public because everyone is wearing knitwear. They've all got scarves and hats and mittens and sweaters and cardigans. So it is completely natural. People won't think near as much of it because they're so used to seeing other people wear these garments. So if for you that first step is just wearing one of your own hats or ear warmers or scarves, and taking it off when you get inside, start there. The second tip I have to feel more comfortable is not to go overboard. Don't overdo it. Start out with just one piece, one garment wearing out in public. You do not need to be head to toe crochet and tell the world, proclaim to everyone, I crochet. You don't need that. I've got a lot of easy projects here on my channel of even just some simple accessories that you can do to ease those in. And that's a great way to get started. Maybe, you want to wear a bag. Maybe you just want a hair bow or a scrunchie. You can start there. Start with those little pieces and just build on it. We don't need every piece of our outfit to be crochet, but just start there. Start with something small, or even if it's not a small piece, just start with one. The next 3 tips I have kind of build on each other, and it's not necessary, but I have often struggled with varying weights that I have been, or figuring out like, how do I dress for my age? Like, I want to be stylish, but I don't want to look like I'm pretending to be a teenager. There's all these different factors. So some of this deals with just feeling a little more confident in general with what you're wearing, so that when you're making and picking out your crocheted garments, you know exactly what is going to feel good on you before you invest your time and money and effort. So the first one is going to be research your seasonal colors. I know I was like an adolescent and teenager in the 80s, and for me, that was the first time I had heard about season analysis, color analysis, whatever you want to call that, finding the colors based on your season. And I'm going to be honest, I went a really long time thinking that I was a winter, that I needed to wear a lot of blacks and grays and whites, and it hasn't only been until recently. You can check out my past YouTube videos to see how much black I'm wearing. But it hasn't been until recently that I've discovered I think I'm actually an autumn. Now, if you heard about these seasonal analysis before, you're probably going to know it's winter, spring, summer, fall. And that's what I thought it was for the longest time. But that has actually been updated. So each of these seasons now has, I believe, 3 subcategories. So I really think I'm an autumn. And there's a soft autumn, a true autumn, and a deep autumn. And I think I'm the deep autumn because I've got a lot of contrast between my eyes and my hair and my skin. The deeper, darker colors do tend to work well for me. It is back to back with a deep winter. So I think that's why I had some confusion. But I've gone years thinking I'm just pale and pasty and people asking me like, do you feel okay? You look pale. And I think that's because I was wearing black and all these colors that really weren't doing it for me. So you will notice in some of my videos, I'm trying to bring in a lot more of the yellows and oranges and mustards and browns and work them in. But definitely check out your seasonal analysis. So that way, when you're picking out yarns, you're not picking out things that go totally against your skin tone or your eye color, or something that if it's too bold for you, that garment is going to like overpower you and everyone's going to see the garment instead of your face. Like, you want that garment to support your face. So check into that. A simple YouTube search on seasonal colors should give you a plethora of videos to start out with, and you can definitely find someone that kind of fits your learning style, because there are tons. So I don't know if you've heard about this next step or not, but I would encourage you to go to the channel called Allie Art here on YouTube, and I will have her channel linked because I really like the content she's putting out regarding body shapes and the type of clothings that look best on body shapes. And this is not your apple pear type of thing. This is from a 1980s style guru called David Kibby. So it's the Kibby system, Kibbe. And this goes through, I think, 9 or 10 different body styles. And it is not based on weight at all. It is based on your stature, your structure, how your this gal, she, I believe, is Russian. And so sometimes her English, she might not choose the words we would maybe pick, but like she describes it as like the way your flesh hangs on you, where it's sitting. So it is not weight based, which is a relief to me. With this system, it really breaks down from one end of the spectrum to the other. Like me, myself, I believe I am the romantic body type. So I'm definitely shorter in stature. My features are more round. Everything is very soft. It is on one end of the spectrum, while dramatic is on the absolute other end of the spectrum. So that would be someone very tall, someone with very defined cheekbones, a defined nose, broad defined shoulders, a thin waist, things like this. So like for romantic, picture more like Marilyn Monroe, that type of body shape. But again, this is not weight based. Once you kind of get in and start deep diving into her content, and I'm sure there's other people who also have the Kibby system, I just really like hers. Once you get into that, you will kind of see some different things, and she will show best outfits for this type of body. So it could be best dresses. She's in the process of doing some best winter wear designs. So you can see what is going to really go with your body. Or on the other end of the spectrum, if, me being a romantic, if I was going to wear a really dramatic piece, that piece is going to overpower me. So again, that's something where you want your crochet garment to balance and benefit you and accentuate you, not overpower you. Otherwise, they're going to say, whoa, look at that crocheted scarf. Not like, oh my gosh, that woman looks so beautiful, and look at the crochet scarf she's wearing. I will have that linked, and she can go, and if you look at some of her other Kibby related stuff, she will explain it way better than I did. But that is another great resource in helping you feel more comfortable in your crochet garments. And the third of this little step here, so that actually brings us up to tip 5, is to go to Instagram or Pinterest and look up some of those body types, but also kind of look up other styling tips from personal stylists. So I just like looking at personal stylists on Instagram personally, because a lot of them are doing them in reels. So you've got like maybe 60 or 90 seconds that you can flip through and see how they're styling different outfits. So I know, even though this isn't my particular, I'm not like edgy and dramatic. I saw one the other day where this gal's Instagram account was specifically like edgy business casual for a mid-size body. I mean, you will find exactly what you're looking for. And a good way to do that is to follow certain hashtags on Instagram. So when you go into the search bar, type in hashtag mid-size fashion or hashtag plus size fashion, petite size fashion, whatever. Get that hashtag on there and then what you're looking for. And then you can, if it'll come up in the search bar, and hit follow. And then you're going to get a wide variety of different personal stylists that are putting outfits together for that particular body type you're looking for. It's extremely helpful. I mean, take everything they say with a grain of salt, but it's a great inspiration where you can see how they're styling different products for that type of body. My sixth tip to feeling more comfortable in your crochet is finding more ways to wear that garment. So this triangle scarf is really a shawl. And I've said it before, I don't know what I was thinking, but like several years ago, I kept typing into YouTube, triangle scarf, triangle scarf, triangle scarf. And then I'm like annoyed because all that's coming up is shawls. Duh, right? It's the same thing. If you go to YouTube, go in and search for ways to style a square scarf, ways to style a triangle scarf, how to style your beanie, how to wear your beanie, any variation on those type of things, and really for any garment you're trying to style or any piece. It's helpful, and sometimes you'll find a lot of videos where they're a compilation. I know I have seen some where it'll be like 10 ways to style a triangle scarf, and they just go through one after another of showing you all these different ways, you know, and it can be on your neck, it could be on your waist, it could be in your hair, it could be on your purse, but they might also show you 10 different ways of styling it around your neck, you know, just whatever. But that is a great way to get inspiration on how you can wear these pieces more confidently. I know, like, for example, me with this triangle scarf, I oftentimes feel a bit top heavy. And so just by scrunching it in a little bit more, I hope that didn't mess up my mic too much, but just by scrunching it in a little bit more and having a little more of my darker shirt here on the outside, I feel a little more comfortable instead of it being like, whoa, there's like several feet of scarf fabric right in front. So check that out for more tips. My next tip is going to be yarn related, and that is make yourself some nice pieces. Go ahead and take some of that expensive yarn you've been saving out of your stash and make yourself a piece out of this. This particular scarf, it is 100% wool. It is from Knit Picks, and this was gifted to me, so for me it was free, but I believe it was selling for like $14 a ball, and this was 2 balls. And I know in the scheme of things, that's not a lot, but it's significant. I would encourage you to go ahead and pick a couple of those nicer hanks or skeins or balls out of your stash and make yourself something nice if you're still feeling a little bit insecure or shy about going out in public. I think a good analogy would be when you go out in public and you're wearing dressier clothes, you're wearing a nice outfit, it fits well, you know the fabric is a little bit more expensive, you tend to carry yourself a little more confident. But if you're sneaking out to Walmart in your pajama pants, deep down you know you're wearing pajamas and you're probably not going to feel as confident and comfortable. So go ahead and take those yarns and make a nice piece and really enjoy wearing it, knowing that it is a quality piece. And I am a bargain yarn girl, don't get me wrong, but you're not going to get the same effect as you would. If this scarf was Super Saver, it would not be drapey. It would be very stiff. It would be very thick. I wouldn't be able to wrap it or squish it up at all. So there is appropriate times to use those higher quality yarns. The next thing I want you to do to feel a little more comfortable wearing your crocheted garments is to go ahead and take a couple selfies. And if you're not used to doing that, watch a video or two, just how to take a selfie. And just to know you're doing it right, so you're not going to feel awkward enough in the picture. So watch a couple videos preemptively if you're not used to taking selfies. Once you get a couple selfies of you in your garments, post them. If you're on Instagram, post a couple to your own page. And if you don't have a business account, especially if it's just a personal account, hardly anyone is going to see it. So you don't have to worry, but a few people will see it. You know, you can maybe change your Facebook profile picture to you wearing one of your garments. And I'm pretty sure your friends and family will compliment you on those things. You can also, if you're in any Facebook groups, I know like there's a huge one. I'm never active in it, but I'm always creeping on there. And I think it's called like Joanne Loves Crocheters or Joanne Loves Crochet. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. If you're in that group, go ahead and post that in the comments just so we know for sure. But, you know, people are always posting what they've made and they're modeling it. Go ahead and upload that to one of those crochet groups and just absorb the compliments people give you. So again, you get that reassurance before stepping out of your house in that garment. And the next tip, the ninth tip I have, is going to be take that crochet garment on a test run. Go to somewhere safe. I would honestly recommend, and this may sound silly to you, but if you want to be around a group of non-bias, meaning not your friends and family, but accepting people, wear something that you've made into the craft store. Whether it's Michael's or Joann or Hobby Lobby or LYS, anywhere like that, wear a crochet garment there. And I mean, you don't have to make a big to-do about it, of course, but just wear it confidently while you're there and see what happens. Strangely enough, when I wear I have this one slouchy teal colored beanie, and for some reason, when I wear that in the yarn department, I get random people saying, "Hey, did you make your hat? Do you know how to crochet? What yarn should I get?" Which it doesn't seem to happen when I'm wearing other garments, just that hat. Anyway, just wear it into that safe environment and just kind of just be at peace wearing the garment out in public. And my 10th tip for feeling more comfortable in your crochet garments is kind of a cheesy one, and that's going to be to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because I am trying to continually put out, you know, small, quick, easy, practical crochet projects that you can put together fairly quick, and you won't have to invest a ton of time and energy and money into, but you can still wear out and have fun with and still enjoy. I also have a few other videos planned for my channel in the next month. I guess I don't know when you're going to be watching this, but if you're watching this when it premieres in the next month, as we transition into hat and beanie season, I'm going to put together a quick video on, you know, how to style your hair when you're wearing a beanie, because once a beanie goes on my hair is ruined and I cannot take the beanie off till the end of the day. So I'm just going to have some quick and easy styles for you what to do with it while you're wearing it. I love crochet and I love yarn, and I want you to enjoy and really feel the benefits of having such a wonderful gift and being able to display your talent comfortably and just be at peace with who you are in the things you have made. Thanks for talking yarn with me.